Hi everyone, welcome to the classical readings of Chinese and English literature. I'm Joan.
I'm James.
Last time we talked about the moon imageries in ancient China and ancient Greek. Today we'll talk about the symbolic meaning of moon imagery, the symbol of beauty and love. The white moon is high above the sky. It is beautiful, but not accessible, just like the unrequited love, chaste and untouched. This imagery was down into the centuries and had great influence on poets from Tang and Song dynasty. The Lantern Festival Night, written by Ouyang, is another typical example by using the moon to express his love. James, do you know something about Lantern Festival?
Yes. The Lantern Festival falls on the 15th day of the first lunar month, usually in February in the Gregorian calendar. This day is always the first full moon in the Lunar New Year, symbolizing the unity and perfection. On the festival night, the moon illuminates the dark sky, while many red lanterns shine bright on the earth. The whole family go out to view the decorative lanterns together. The festival is a romantic day. It is also called Chinese Valentine's Day.
This night holds a special place for lovers, as there is an old Chinese saying that marriages are made in heaven. It is believed that a heavenly old man of the moon, called Yue Lao, keeps records of everyone's future partners, and his decision cannot be disregarded. Hence, couples hike up over hills to worship the moon, hoping that Yue Lao will bless their wishes.
In ancient China, young girls were not allowed to go out freely. But on the night of the Lantern Festival, they were allowed to view the lantern lights in groups. Young lovers would go on dates when the moon rose above the willow trees.
Ouyang wrote these famous poems on this festival. Ouyang is a poet and a statesman of the Song dynasty. As a leader of a literal reform movement in the Lost Song dynasty, Ouyang established his fame with creative works and was esteemed as one of the 8 great masters of Tang and Song. So I read his poem for you. 去年元月时，花市灯如昼，月上柳梢头，人约黄昏后。今年元月时，月与灯依旧，不见去年人，泪湿春衫袖。
And here is a famous English translation. Joan, who was the translator?
That is Professor Xu Yuanchong.
Yes. The Lantern Festival Night. Last festival of vernal moon, the blooming lanterns bright as noon. The moon above a willow tree shone on my lover close to me. This festival comes now again, the moon and lanterns bright as then. But where's my lover of last year? My sleeves are wet with tear on tear.
The moon is the symbolism of his lover, protector of love. This kind of imagery also appears in Western literature. In William Wordsworth's poem, Lucy, the poet rode towards his lover in the shining moonlight.
Strange fits of passion have I known, and I will dare to tell. But in the lover's ear alone, what once to me befell. When she I loved looked every day fresh as a rose in June, I to her cottage bent my way beneath an evening moon. Upon the moon I fixed my eye all over the wide leer. With quickening pace, my horse drew nigh those paths so dear to me. And now we reached the orchard plot, and as we climbed the hill, the sinking moon to Lucy's cot came near and nearer still.
And I read the Chinese translation version. 我有过奇异的心血来潮，我也敢坦然诉说，不过只能让情人听到，我这儿发生过什么。那时我情人容光焕发，像6月玫瑰的颜色。晚间，在淡淡月光之下，我走向他那座茅舍，我目不转睛，向明月注视，走过辽阔的平芜，我的马儿加快了步子，踏上我心爱的小路，我们来到了果园，接着又登上一片山岭。这时月亮正徐徐坠落，临近露西的屋顶。William Wordsworth, a Greek poet of England, also called Poet Laureate. He's the leading figure of the English Romantic movement. Wordsworth, with his friend Coleridge, collaborated and published the lyrical ballads, which marks the beginning of the Romantic revival in England. Wordsworth's principles of poetry were stated in the preface of the lyrical ballads, which served as the manifesto of the English Romantic movement. Romanticism is an artistic and intellectual movement originated in Europe in the late 18th century and characterized by a heightened interest in nature, emphasizes on the individual expression of emotion and imagination, departure from the attitudes and forms of classicism, and rebelling against established social rules and conventions. In the lyrical ballads, Wordsworth declared, all good poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feeling.
His poems were fresh in imagination, plain and vivid in language. He was especially good at writing about nature and common people. He settled in Westmoreland, a lovely spot in the English Lake District. The poets Robert Southey and Coleridge lived nearby, and they became known as the Lake Poets. Strange Fits of Passion Have I Known belongs to a small suite of poems called Lucy Poems, which consist of 5 verses composed between 1798 and 1801. The other 4 include She dwelt among the untrodden ways, I travelled among unknown men, 3 years she grew in sun and shower, and A slumber did my spirit seal.
The Lucy poems convey the unrequited love of the speaker for a woman named Lucy. The person on whom Lucy was based remains unknown today. Some have suggested that Lucy may represent one of William Wordsworth's love interests. However, her description does not match any particular known person from Wordsworth's life. Scholars now regard Lucy as Poet's imaginary muse, the embodiment of his poetic views and life experiences. She represents romantic ideas of love, nature, joy, and pain. In the poem, the protagonist rides on horseback to the cottage where Lucy lives. This is a nighttime visit, and the light of the moon guides him on his way. He's happy as he rides through the night, dwelling in a sweet dream of joy and contentment. So that's the end of episode 2. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
See you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. 7年原野时，花市灯如昼，夜上柳梢头，人也黄昏后。今年原野时，夜雨灯依旧，不见去年人，泪湿春衫袖。今年原野时，夜雨灯依旧，不见去年人，泪湿春衫袖，泪湿春衫